Good afternoon. It's with great pleasure that I get to finally say that we will be presenting the mobile web applications that we have worked tirelessly on for weeks. Let me start this off by introducing myself, Nigel, who is the software engineer team lead for this project. Next, I would like to introduce my software engineer team that developed this app. First off, we have Ziying, then we have Sin Le, and finally, we have Jaden George. First and foremost, I will be going briefly to state what are the key components that we are going to present. We are going to state the project background and the flow of the overall application, which includes multiple screenshots of the application. I will now talk about the project background and the intended use of our application. The clients involved in our project are Pristine Cabs, a Malaysia taxi company, who had assigned us the task to create a functional taxi booking system application which meets the requirements of the company and is able to centralize taxis bookings, which is the preliminary expansion requirement in order to expand the services of the company. Some of the requirements made by the client was to create a mobile web application, which is able to plan a trip going through multiple stop locations and schedule the booking of a taxi, to be able to book a taxi, to change the taxi type for a scheduled booking, to cancel any booking made by the user, to be able to view all of the user's bookings, which include the present, past, and future, and to have the ease to view the estimated fare and distance for each booking. Moving on to the overview of the application, as you can see here in the slide, this is an overview of the application. Let's start off with the main page of this web application. When you first open the web application, this page would be the first web page that the user will be seeing. From the screenshot of the main page, you can see that there is the logo and the navigation bar on the top left of the application. On the right-hand side, you could see the current time and the current date being displayed. You could also see the reposition button, which allows the user to reposition back to the default location. There is also the summary button and the make booking button, which allows the user to see the summary of the booking made. The user would also be given an option to clear the text field in the web page, and a virtual map can be seen by the user. Moving on to the navigation drawer on the left-hand corner of the web page. When the user taps on the bar located on the right-hand corner of the web page, the user could access the home page and the All Bookings page from any of the page the user is currently in. Continuing on with the virtual map, there are multiple features such as the Expand Map button and the Zoom In and Zoom Out button located on the bottom right of the web page, which will enhance the interactivity of the web page and the overall user experience, UX. Starting from the left-hand corner of the map, the user would be able to choose a starting location and a final location. The user will also be given the option to search for the user's desired location. When the user taps on the button located on the upper right-hand corner of the map, a pop-up will be shown asking for permission to access the user's current location. The virtual map will then be redirected to the user's current location. After the user has filled up the relevant detail on the web page, the user can then continue on by pressing the Make Booking button. A pop-up button is shown asking confirmation from the user by displaying the starting location of the booking and the end location of the booking. At the end, the user will be informed that the booking is made via a pop-up. After the pop-up is shown, the user will be redirected to another page to choose the type of taxi that the user wants. The main function for this page is for choosing the preferred type of taxi for the road trip. There are two ways to enter this page, which are clicking the Make Booking button from the main page and the Edit button from the Scheduled Details page. The user can get back to their previous page just by simply clicking on the back button. When the user chooses the preferred type of taxi, the total distance and fares will be shown like that. Both of them are calculated according to the road trip chosen from the main page or from the local storage edited from the Scheduled Details page. Then we can clear the choice by clicking that Clear Choices button. Then it will show all the choices were cleared. Then if we press the Continue button, it will show that pop-up which alert us that we have not chosen any taxi type yet, and we can press OK to go back to the previous page. Then if the Continue button was pressed when a type of taxi was chosen, it will show the pop-up that lets you confirm your decision. You can press OK to continue or press cancel if you need to make some changes. After choosing the type of taxi, a summary of the booking trip is shown to the user to confirm their choices. In the summary, the date, time, pickup point, stops, final destination, chosen taxi type, and total taxi fare is shown, as well as the full map view. There are two buttons: the back button for the user to go back to the previous page, which will be the taxi type page, and the confirm button. The user will click the confirm button after confirming the details of the booking, then they will be redirected to the View Current Booking page. Inside the list, it shows the brief name of the start location and end location. There are two buttons near the heading, which directs users to see other booking lists such as the History Booking List and the Scheduled Booking List after clicking the respective labeled buttons. Next, beside the list there is a red DOT Info button. By clicking the Info button, the user will be shown the details of that booking trip anytime they want to check and remind themselves. Information such as the date, starting location, number of stops, final location, taxi type chosen, and taxi fare is given. The full map view is shown as well. We will now take a look at the scheduled booking page of our web app. The general layout of this page is similar to the current booking page, where the main body of the web page shows the list of bookings scheduled by the user. Each booking made by the user will be displayed consisting of a brief description of the start location or pickup point and a brief description of the final location or final destination, as shown in this slide. Now at the top right of the body of the web page, we notice there are two buttons next to one another: the current booking and history booking. When the user clicks on the current booking button, they get directed to the current booking page, which shows the list of the bookings currently taking place, and when the user clicks on the history booking button, they get directed to the history booking page, which shows the list of past booking records made by the user. We can also see towards the right of each booking, there is an information icon. When the user clicks on this button, they get redirected to the scheduled booking details page showing the in-depth details of that booking such as the start date, the start location, the various stop locations, the final destination, the type of taxi used, and its fare. It also shows the map view from the starting location to the final destination. Now for the scheduled booking details webpage, the user is able to perform two actions. The first one is the ability to delete that particular booking. When the user clicks on the delete button on the top right of the web page, an alert icon will pop up on the screen asking the user if he wants to delete the booking. If the user accepts, another alert will appear on screen stating that the booking has been deleted, and after the deletion, the user will be redirected back to the scheduled booking page and the deleted booking will no longer be shown here. The second action that the user can do is change the type of taxi for the trip. When the user clicks on the edit button, an alert icon will pop up on the screen asking the user if he wants to change the taxi type. If the user accepts, the user will be redirected back to the taxi type page where he can make the necessary changes. That's all for the scheduled webpage. Now, let's take a look at the history booking webpage. Just like the previous web pages, the history booking has a similar layout, showing the list of all previously recorded bookings, consisting of the start location and final destination. It also has the info button, which can be interacted to see the past booking trip details. This page has the current booking button and the scheduled booking button on the top right of the page. Again, when the user clicks on the current booking button, he will get redirected to the current booking page, and when the user clicks on the scheduled booking button, he will get redirected to the scheduled booking page. When the user clicks on info button at the history booking page, he will get redirected to the history booking details page showing the in-depth record of that past booking such as the start date, the start location, the various stop locations, the final destination, the type of taxi used, and its fare. It also shows the map view from the starting location to the final destination.
Lastly, in the history booking page, the user is able to perform one action, which is the delete booking action. When a user clicks on the delete button on the top right of the web page, an alert icon will pop up on the screen asking the user if he wants to delete the booking. If the user accepts, Another alert will appear on screen stating that the booking has been deleted, and after the deletion, the user will be redirected back to the history booking page and the deleted booking will no longer be shown here. The required hardware for this application is an iPad Pro with a 10.5-inch display, used in landscape mode. This setup ensures optimal performance and user experience for the application. Since the web application is coded in JavaScript language, HTML, hypertext markup language, and some use of CSS, cascading style sheet, there could be not much functionality added to the web application as it is limited by these three programming languages, hence the code could potentially be limiting. For example, the user interface code written in other programming languages such as Python or C++ could be more efficient and maintainable than code written in JavaScript. When it comes to rich interactivity, HTML and CSS are deficient. Web application also relies on internet access. If you lose access to an internet connection, the web application will not work. The speed of the web application could also be slower due to the fact that it does not run on a local server. The web application may not be supported on certain web browsers such as Firefox, Safari, or Microsoft Edge. Online payment transactions are not available or supported in the application to pay for the taxi fares. This results in consumers being required to carry physical money every time they have to pay. Online payment transactions are more convenient. In terms of future developments for the web app, our team suggests implementing an online money transaction system so users don't have to pay in physical cash after every trip. Next, our team also suggests having a login and logout page, basically making a personal account for users to increase customer retention for the company. Besides that, having an administrative page allows the admin to monitor the page and provides help to any user easily. Furthermore, the web app can have a more interactive web page which includes customizable pop-ups, allowing users to feel more in control of their actions. Lastly, expanding the mobile application to work for more devices and more web browsers is recommended for users to have access to the web app on phones or laptops. In conclusion, the main goal of this web application is to allow users to book a taxi conveniently. The mobile web application features an intuitive user interface, UI, and an excellent user experience, UX, which could attract more customers to the website. We are proud to present a mobile web application that meets all the requirements and enhances user satisfaction. Thank you for your attention. We hope you have a great ride.